Tonight only on 12. A new twist in the Paul Petersen adoption scandal. Maricopa County is now in talks with Petersen to quit his job as county assessor in exchange for a portion of his pay or benefits.
News of the talks comes ahead of the county board's hearing Wednesday on Petersen's appeal of a 4-month unpaid suspension. Team 12's Bram Resnick obtained emails showing the back and forth between lawyers for Petersen and the county, and he's here with more. Bram?
Yeah, those emails reveal the talks between Petersen and the county began before Thanksgiving. Now, there's no guarantee they'll reach a deal, but it does show both sides have their own reasons for Paul Petersen to resign and put this mess behind them.
The county assessor needs to be available, present.
Maricopa County Assessor Paul Petersen will be fighting to get his job back Wednesday when he appeals his 4-month suspension to the Maricopa County Board. Board investigators claim the elected county assessor used county property in an allegedly illegal adoption business. The same investigators also say Petersen didn't neglect his job. But behind the scenes, talks are going on to end the battle. 12 News has obtained emails showing the most recent exchanges. On Thursday, Petersen lawyer Corey Langhofer emailed Paul would be willing to accept a severance package of 9 months' salary and benefits. If this offer or something very close to it doesn't work, we can move forward with the hearing and subsequent litigation. On Sunday, county lawyer John Doran responded, "I am authorized to offer your client 6 months of benefits." Petersen's lawyer responded, "That is an unserious offer designed to end the conversation." Paul declines. A deal would help both sides. Petersen's assets have been frozen. He needs the income and health benefits. For the county board, the suspension doesn't permanently remove Petersen, an elected official fighting 6 felony charges in a 3-state baby selling scheme. On October 28th, the board suspended Petersen without pay or benefits from his $77,000 a year job. The suspension ends after 120 days, next February 26th. Petersen could conceivably return to work for 10 more months, until his 4-year term in office ends around January 1st, 2021. And a county board spokesman issued this statement, quote, "It's in the best interest of taxpayers and our employees to reach a financially responsible conclusion that will restore stability to an important office. One of the avenues is a settlement, which the board responded to in good faith after Mr. Langhofer reached out weeks ago. The board has never offered a cash settlement or continued salary to Mr. Petersen." The county board will hear Petersen's appeal Wednesday of the suspension it handed down more than a month ago. A decision is expected at a later date. Back over to you.
Okay, Bram, thanks.